I'm making this video while I'm calm and it's quiet. On January 25th, I was attacked on the Long Island Railroad. I called the cops. The cops took almost an hour once the train came to a stop at the final stop of Ronkonkoma. And when they showed up, they wanted me to write a detailed statement about what happened. At that point, I did not know what exactly happened. Okay, I did not know exactly what happened because there was a lot going through my head. 3 hours before this took place, because this took place on my phone, I made the call at 6 o'clock. So this happened shortly before I got to my phone on the train. 3 hours before that, I had just called the FBI because of a person who 2 days prior, about a day and a half to 2 days prior, did some weird shit. I'm tired of making these videos because now, since this whole attack on the train, woman wielding a fucking knife, clear as day, knife is right here to my face, it's being held like this up to my fucking face, clear as day. They could have pulled the fucking train video, they didn't. The reason I called the fucking feds was because of the guy from 2 days prior who, because I told him he couldn't use my cell phone. And then I told him why, because he goes, why? And I go, because I signed FBI, CIA, DOJ contracts. I didn't go into, I'm MK Ultra, motherfucker, and I'm sick of you fucking cunts, okay? I didn't go into all that. I'm gonna punch you. I don't believe you. I wanna punch you in the face right now. And then he fucking slugs my cup of water that was sitting on, the top of a garbage can as I'm standing there. That started on the train too. 5 minutes later, that's what transpired after getting off the train. That time. So I call the feds, and then 3 hours later, there's this woman. And the stuff coming out of her mouth, because I kept saying, there is no problem, don't worry about it, even after she rips my phone out of the plug while I'm trying to charge it. And as soon as I got my phone in my hand, just about as soon as I got my phone in my hand, I was already analyzing that this situation was completely fucking weird. About this person who is wielding a knife, the 3 people that at that point were up, standing at the situation. Nobody's on the fucking phone with the fucking cops. That's part 1 that's weird, okay? Part 2 that's weird is this woman has a knife. And it's clear as day that it's a fucking knife because it's about it's about this big. The blade is 6, 7, maybe 8 inches, okay? Clear as day, fucking, you can see the fucking thing on the video of the train. They want me to write a detailed statement. Where am I? The kid who comes into the situation, or what looks like he looked young, but not that young. Okay, he looked older than a teenager. Okay, that comes in to break up the situation. He's got his back turned to the woman with the knife. If he felt that that was a dangerous situation and he was just a random nobody, he would have been facing the fucking person wielding the knife. Because that's what I would have done. And then there's the guy that's just standing there, observing all this, telling her to calm down, telling me to calm down. I'm trying to calm down, and she's going on and on and on and on. 3 times that knife was pulled. 2 or 3 times she hits me in the face. 2 or 3 times she chucks shit at me. Fluids of beer or this or whatever the fuck it was that she had. There is nobody, as I am looking at her, down the train, past her, doesn't look like anybody is on the phone. When I look to the left, doesn't look like anybody's on the phone. And everybody standing up around this woman don't look to be fucking normally in this whole situation. I already registered and processed most of that within no time at all. And at the end of the situation, after getting the phone into my hand, or as I went to go reach for the phone, fucking 2 or 3 times I went to go bend down to reach for the phone. Every single time she lunged forward. I don't know if I had the phone in my hand when I pushed the woman in the face and grabbed her wig off, so the fucking cameras could fucking see. I don't know why I really did that. Honestly, I don't know why. I'm still asking myself how, why, this. And at the same time, it's what comes out of my mouth next. Now I'm telling her to pull the knife one more time. Because this retard that's standing right here, fuck him, okay? Getting in between with his back turned to the knife, he's a part of them. I hope she stabs him. And that's where it comes out of my mouth. I'm saying pull the knife one more time. Because I'm about to fucking murder every single thing on this train car. Three hours before all this happens, I called the feds. And a day and a half prior to that, the reason of me calling the feds was because of the white boy who didn't hit me, but hit that fucking cup off that top of that garbage can. After me telling him I signed FBI, CIA, and DOJ contracts, I left out the MK Ultra shit. Few days go by. I spend at a friend's house. I calm down 4 days later. We call the police. I said, let me call, make a non-emergency call. Have an officer show up. Let me tell him, I need to make a report, so I need to pass on this thing to possibly the fucking MTA, and I tell him the whole situation. I start to tell him the whole situation. Now, I left out all the fucking possibilities of psychicness and all this other shit because I wasn't saying nothing to this woman at all. Out of my mouth, I was not saying nothing to this woman that would have provoked her in any way. But inside my head, I was saying, oh, please hope. Because I seen her drunk in the seat. I seen her, what looked like a drunk lady in the seat, sitting near the freaking plug of the phone. And I was too fucking tired to sit there. And my phone needed to be charged. I needed to fucking make sure the phone was charged. Bottom line is that I was sitting down, watching the phone, and everything that I was saying not out loud. I kept saying it. Oh man, please hope this lady does not try to steal this phone. Don't let this lady steal this phone. I wasn't sitting there calling her any freaking derogatory names inside my head. But I was saying crackhead. I was like, oh, please hope this lady, if she's a please tell me she's not a crackhead. She's just drunk and this and that. She seemingly did not hear any of that shit. Like and she definitely didn't hear me say, oh, no, just stop. Just leave the fucking, stop this bullshit inside my own head. It's just weird the shit that was coming out of her fucking mouth. So that means they were in my fucking head. So that's just the end of the fucking story with that bullshit. And more than likely they were feds. But here's the fucking point. You know, it doesn't stop. Fucking stay with my friend, call the police. They listen to half of what I'm saying. Not even halfway through what I'm saying. Oh, the report's written. Okay. What's written? You know, I'm not even gonna go into what the fuck ever, you know, because now it's like it's fucking February. It is freezing outside. I have no money, okay? And nothing seems to get done, period. So what the fuck is the point dude, there's no fucking, I call up emergency housing. I get put in a place where I'm like, oh well, okay, this is not bad. I fucking don't feel stressed out here. And then sure as shit, a day and a half later, 2 days later, basically 2 nights there, basically a day and a half later, I on Monday go down to Department of Social Services on the 4th, I think it was, or some 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever the fuck it was. I go down to the Department of Social Services. They turn around to me and tell me that somebody was in on the 1st. This was out in another place. I don't even want to mention which place. This is fucking crazy. I'm making videos for anybody to fucking see. So I went to one building at DSS, Department of Social Services. They tell me that somebody on the 1st went down in person and removed something from from the fucking quorum DSS. Oh man, you know what? I'm done with this shit. Because I wasn't even in any of them. I was not in either one of those buildings on the 1st. I was... Because I called and told a person or two what happened. I said I wasn't even fucking there. Because then one of those people I was literally sitting right next to that day, so it's like they knew that I wasn't in the fucking that on the day that I'm telling them that they're saying that I was in this fucking stupid office. Here I go cursing. That's nice. The point being is that I'm sitting here and I'm like, go down to, I get emergency housing again that day. They send me down. They say, okay, either way, we're gonna move you to a different emergency housing location, and we're gonna change your office from the office I was in to the quorum office. Right? I just went down to the quorum office on the day of the appointment. I told them, I'm like, I need to do this, this, and this. Because they asked, what are you here for? What do you need us to do? And I said, no offense. I said, it's February. This happened. I gotta try to get this done. I have no money to get this done. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking it's February. Fuck, man. You know what? They started. Wow. Wow. You know what? I'm fucking sick of this situation. That's what I'm done. She asked me for a piece of paperwork. I'm not gonna even say what fucking paperwork. She asks me for a piece of paperwork. I'm trying to give her because she's trying to tell me that I didn't even belong in the fucking office. I belonged at the other office. And I said, no, fucking, and this is what it's geared to do. It's made to gear to just fucking argue. Yo, you know, my head is killing me. And the bullshit that this woman pulled is ridiculous. And she asks me for a piece of paper while I'm trying to answer the first 7 questions in under a minute she fired out of her mouth. And then I'm like, well, I got that piece of paper. And that didn't matter because she was in her own fucking speech going off. And I was like, but I have that piece of paper. Oh, we need the security guard. Oh, you need to calm down, sir. It's like, bro, listen, I don't know who the fuck you are, but here, nice to meet you. I'm fucking Anthony Yaki. I'm the kid that signed FBI, CIA, DOJ contracts, Mr. Jerkoff fuckface. I didn't say that part. I said the other part. The FBI, CIA, DOJ contracts, right? Fuck you, guy. And I didn't say that either. I was very polite. Then I said, hey, nice to fucking, and peace, and I walked out. Now I realize what they were really doing. They moved me from an okay location to a possible bad fucking location. Oh yeah, back in Mastic. They put me back in Mastic. The same place with the fucking, almost the same place, you know, where, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of my kids were fucking killed and, you know, slung about the reserves. And not to mention I was living in a fucking house with, fucking bones in the attic that squirrels were bringing me and, you know, fucking called the cops. They lose the report. The house was shot at. Fucking, you know, back to that fucking great, wonderful fucking place that I was like, wow, this is fucking great, man. You know, that's awesome. And I'm so sick of this shit. The woman wouldn't take the piece of paper from the one DSS that told me to show up to that DSS. They just sat there and called me a liar. I was like, I have a piece of paper that is stamped from them, highlighted actually. Can I please get that and show you? No, I don't. We don't believe you. We don't believe you. That is all fucking crazy talk. That is all straight up like, you're crazy. We're just gonna fucking tell you you're crazy, and fucking we are definitely not the crazy ones, right? Fucking paperwork highlighted. This DSS told me in the next paragraph underneath that this is the DSS you need to go to, but you're crazy. We're not going to look at any paperwork you have. Do you have paperwork? Yes, I have that paperwork too. Oh, no, it's all right. Don't hand me no paperwork. I swear to God, I was this close. I was closer than this close to fucking. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. This really is fucking crazy. That's it. I don't know what else to say because it's like, as far as it goes, the guy on the fucking train, right, that was standing there observing the fucking situation, this fucking ring, this ring right here, okay, that might be his ring. And why that whole situation on the train that I was talking about in the beginning of the video, this ring is where I was found this thing where I was sitting like a year ago, a year and a half ago. So it's interesting that I'm sitting there, and that's one of the things that was in my head was, wait, is this the guy that was in my house where I first seen this fucking ring in the first place? And I'm trying to fucking calm myself down while all this shit is going on, and I was like, why the fuck is that in my head? And then I'm thinking, holy shit, this might be the guy that was in my house where all those years ago I first seen this exact fucking diamond ring. That's not marked, of course, because, it's not marked gold or real or anything, but it wasn't supposedly marked back then either. But no jeweler will give it a fucking test to find out if it is real, which is just fucking weird. Fuck yous. And then there's this, the $20 million of death diamond, that I've already scratched on here, done this, done that, shined lasers through it, fucking compare it to quartz and glass and all this other shit. The $20 million or better fucking rough diamond, of course, blood diamond, and then, the fucking ring, that I seen in my fucking house. But this popped into my head during all that shit that was going on the fucking train. And the more I tried to calm down to fucking have that come out of my mouth so I could, hey, don't I know you guys? It just kept amping back the fuck up. So that never got done. At the end, I was actually fucking partly rooting for the woman to pull the knife and stab the fucking kid so I could be like, so how does that feel, bruh? Does that feel okay? Are you okay? Are you Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm not even. My head hurts so bad right now. It's like ridiculous how bad my head is killing me. And I'm hoping it's a fucking aneurysm. I hope it's something. Because I just can't. I can't picture. I can't picture that fucking people. I can't do this shit no more. This is like, I'm 42 years old. This has been going on since 5 years old, 6. Before then, but I mean, and then it's like I'm tired, man. I'm fucking tired. I am. And that's it. That's the fucking end of this shit. You know the funny part is the officers that show up, they don't have body cameras. To a non-emergency call, 4 or better amount of cops show up to a non-emergency call, but yet still none of them even are or have body cameras. And now I'm just like, yo, fuck this. Fuck this. There's no winning. There's no winning with the contracts that I signed. There's shut your mouth. Don't talk about this. This is what's going on. but they never paid me. They never fucking, and it just never ends. And it's just like, oh, it's okay that we're just abusing you your entire fucking life, and it's like, yeah, just like, fuck this shit. No, seriously, fuck this shit, man.